Hi friends, please watch this video to the very end. There's a bonus waiting for you. Let's talk today about the most delicious topic in the world, food. More specifically, about foods that everyone unfairly criticizes, considering them enemies of our figure and health. How many times have we heard from moms, grandmothers, friends, and even some nutritionists, "Don't eat that, you'll get sick. Put that down, you'll gain weight. That's pure cholesterol." Our hands just reach for something tasty, and immediately that strict voice sounds in our heads, along with a feeling of guilt. Familiar story? Well, guess what? Often these are just outdated myths and stereotypes. Let's figure out together which foods we've wronged and why it's time to boldly return them to our plates. Number 1 in our hit parade of undeservedly wronged foods is our native, beloved potato. Everyone is scared of it, especially those watching their figure. They say you only gain extra kilos from potatoes. But that's not true. It all depends on how you cook it. If it's not deep-fried French fries or mashed potatoes with a whole battalion of butter and cream, then everything is perfectly fine. Let me share a secret with you. A simple baked potato in its jacket has even more potassium than the famous banana. And potassium means a healthy heart, strong muscles, and no swelling. Plus, a serious dose of vitamin C for immunity, which we always need. And here's the main life hack. If you bake a potato and let it cool a bit, a special fiber appears in it, resistant starch. It's so clever that it works as a prebiotic. It feeds our beneficial gut bacteria, and they, in return, give us strong immunity and a good mood. And it also helps us feel full longer, so we don't run to the fridge for a snack an hour later. So let's do it. Bake potatoes in their jackets, sprinkle them with herbs, and eat without any guilt. It's healthy and very tasty. Number 2, many people avoid this product for fear of gaining extra weight, and as surprising as it may seem, it's lard. Yes, you heard right. That very lard, which many associate with rustic feasts. Don't grimace and frown. We're talking, of course, not about eating a whole slab at once, but a thin, almost transparent slice. Good, high-quality lard contains unique fat-soluble vitamins that are hard to find anywhere else. Especially vitamin D, which we lack so much, particularly in the autumn-winter period when there's almost no sun. It's a real lifesaver for our immunity and mood. A small piece of lard is also a powerful, long-lasting energy charge. Field workers often took it with them to stay full and energetic for a long time. Now let's compare. A thin slice of lard on a piece of black bread, sprinkled with salt, or a pack of fat-free crackers with a bunch of chemicals, sugar, and palm oil in the ingredients. Which is healthier and more natural? The answer, it seems to me, is obvious. Product number 3 that everyone criticizes is bread. It was declared enemy number 1 of all diets and healthy eating. But we are smart people and won't listen to those who suggest we eat only a leaf of lettuce and be sad, right? It all depends on our choice. Yes, a fluffy white loaf or a sweet rich bun is, in essence, empty fast carbs that make us gain weight quickly and make us want to eat again just as fast. But real whole grain bread or rye bread or natural sourdough bread, that's a completely different, very useful story. It contains a whole group of B vitamins which are responsible for our nervous system, so we don't snap over little things and stay calmer. For healthy skin and hair, and for good brain function. And of course, a ton of fiber for excellent digestion. So a delicious sandwich with avocado, or a piece of red fish, or homemade cottage cheese on such bread is not a crime against a healthy lifestyle, but a very proper, balanced, and healthy snack, or even a light dinner. The main thing is to know moderation and choose a quality product. Number 4 is our beloved morning coffee. It has been so persecuted. It's been blamed for everything. Raising blood pressure, damaging the heart, depleting nerves. But modern scientists and nutritionists have figured it all out and delivered a verdict. Coffee is not an enemy but a friend. Of course, if you don't overdo it. Our morning cup of invigorating aromatic coffee is a powerful charge of antioxidants, protectors of our cells from aging and damage. Coffee supports our liver, helps our brain stay in tone longer, and even reduces the risk of developing some diseases. The main rule is to know your limit. 1 or 2 cups in the first half of the day, before lunch, that's the ideal formula. And of course, it's better to drink it without sugar, sweet syrups, and fatty cream. Then this ritual will be all benefit and pleasure. And finally, number 5 is butter. It was stigmatized because of cholesterol and replaced with some unclear margarines and spreads with trans fats. But it turned out that the real enemies were these artificial substitutes, not real, natural butter. High-quality butter with a fat content of 82% or more contains vital vitamins like A, D, E. They are needed for sharp vision, a strong immune system, healthy bones, and beautiful skin. A teaspoon of natural butter in your morning porridge or on whole grain toast is healthy and incredibly tasty. It gives a real feeling of fullness, joy, and satisfaction from food. This is much more correct and better than eating margarine hidden in store-bought cookies, cakes, and other pastries. Natural is always better than artificial. And now, as promised, a bonus for everyone who watched to the end, a simple, very tasty recipe that proves our whole theory. It proves that these forbidden foods can form the basis of a healthy, dietary, and very delicious dinner. Recipe: potato boats with cottage cheese and herbs. It's made very simply, quickly, and it turns out incredibly tasty. 4 medium potatoes, better to take similar in size. 200 grams of low-fat cottage cheese, 5%. 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 10 to 15%. A bunch of any favorite herbs: dill, green onion, parsley. Salt, black pepper to taste. A 1 clove of garlic, optional for a kick. A little butter for greasing. What to do, step by step and without complications. 1. Prepare the boats. Scrub the potatoes thoroughly with a brush. You can even use soap, because we will bake them in their skins. Cut each potato in half lengthwise. Grease a baking sheet or dish with a little butter. Place our halves cut side up. You can also brush the skins lightly with oil to make them crispy. Place in an oven preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, about 400 Fahrenheit, for about 25 to 30 minutes. Check for doneness with a knife or fork, they should pierce easily. 2. While the base is cooking, make the filling. In a bowl, mix the cottage cheese, sour cream, very finely chopped herbs, pressed garlic if you like, salt and pepper to taste. You can even blend the mixture with a blender to get a delicate cottage cheese cream. 3. Assemble our beauty. Take the potatoes out of the oven and let them cool a bit so you don't burn yourself. Then carefully use a teaspoon to scoop out some of the pulp from each half, leaving neat borders about ½ centimeter thick. Add the warm potato pulp we scooped out directly to our cottage cheese filling and mix very well with a fork. This will make the filling even more tender and aromatic. 4. Final touch. Generously fill the potato boats with this delicious potato cheese mixture, piling it high. You can put a very small cube of butter on top of each one for aroma. Return the baking sheet to the oven for another 5 to 7 minutes so everything heats through and a golden crust appears on top. That's it. You can't imagine anything tastier. The aroma in the kitchen is incredible. Serve our boats with fresh vegetables or just like that. This dish is a perfect example of how to have a delicious and healthy dinner without any guilt. So these are our unfairly wronged hardworking foods. Let's eat diversely, tastily, with pleasure, and without unnecessary fears. Listen to your body, choose quality products, and remember moderation. What can't you live without, despite all the bans and trendy diets? Share your favorite forbidden foods and recipes in the comments. Hugs to everyone, be healthy and happy. Yours, Rafael Palunas. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and a special thanks for a like.